Hello, everybody. Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com, and now it's time for an NHL rundown from professional handicapper Steve Duncan. We'll have you pick from every game from this 13-game card. And of course, Steve doing great work in the NBA and MLB this year, combined for nearly 2,000 units of profit over the past 30 days. You can verify those numbers just by going to Steve's handicapper page, and so you can verify the numbers there. And all the picks are recorded. And of course, click the link in the description to find them. Let's bring Steve in right now. Steve, how's it going?
Good, buddy. I didn't do anything NBA. I don't know. Well, there wasn't any NBA. It was a big college day, and kind of went back and forth with hockey, but hit one of my best bets again. Get over to my best bets. We're hitting lots right now. I think I'm hitting at about 80-85%. So make sure you're hooking up on our best bets and making yourself a little scratch.
That's right, guys. Click the link in the description. Get Steve's best bets, and we'll get started here with our 13-game card. Pick from every game. We start here with Flyers and Canadiens. Flyers on the road, $1.35, total of 6.
Everything in my being wants to take the Flyers here. I think just as a fan, you love to see these young teams that Tortorella tends to bring along and in a season, and they always overachieve, but they are dying on the vine. And their choice is that Russian Fedotov or Ersson. Ersson looks like he's dead on his feet. The fact that they would even think of playing Fedotov, who has never played on American ice size before. He hasn't played in the AHL at all. They're bringing him right over from the KHL. They went and scrambled and brought him over. That tells you about how much they are confident right now with their goaltending. It's extremely difficult to just come over on a different sized ice surface and know your angles and all that for the first time in your career. So either one of them that they put in there, Flyers may play this hard, but I can't trust those goaltenders. I'm going to give Canadiens a shot here at plus money.
All right, Steve Duncan. Click the link below for his best bets. Flyers, Canadiens here at plus the 114. Hey, guys, be sure to use promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all Steve Duncan's premium pick packages. Let's continue here on our next game. It will be Capitals and Red Wings. Red Wings, $1.55 with a total of 6.
Yeah, I just think the Red Wings come correct here. The Capitals look like they're dying on the vine a little bit. I think Darcy Kemper will have to be played here. They've been playing Lindgren way too much. Great goaltender, but he's not very big, and he's not used to the kind of playing time that they've been giving him, and he looks like he's dying. The Red Wings are coming off a huge win. I think that builds up their confidence, and they end up coming out here and winning this game.
All right, Steve Duncan says here, Capitals and Red Wings. It'll be Red Wings here at plus the 130. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown, guys. Be sure to click the link in the description. Get Steve's premium picks here for this big Tuesday card. Lots of volume for baseball, NBA, NHL, double-digit games, man. We're going to be looking close to 40 games combined, or maybe over 40 games combined here from these three leagues. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Ready for the next game here, and it will be Senators and Panthers. Panthers 225, total 6.5.
Now the Kachuk brothers are coming back again. When these guys get together, there's power plays. You're not playing a tight game here. The Senators are not going to come out try to shut down the Panthers, and I don't see the Panthers doing it the other way either. Even if they did, there'd be enough power plays to get this over. The Panthers are really got to get themselves back on track. They haven't been playing the best as of late, and I don't think they want to keep on running the way they're running into the playoffs. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win this game, though. The Senators and Brady Tkachuk, they love playing the Panthers. So I think it's going to be high tempo, a lot of shots, a lot of penalties, and a really good chance this gets over the 6.5.
All right, Steve Duncan says here, Senators and Panthers over 6.5 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we get you ready for the next game here on the board. And that one will be Maple Leafs and Devils. Maple Leafs $1.20. We see the total 6.5.
This is to me. This has got to be an over all day. Toronto's coming off of a back-to-back. Joseph Wall has not been playing very well, which sucks because he looked like he was doing really well there early on, but ever since he's come back from injury, he just hasn't looked the same. The Devils, it's probably going to be Kakinen in net for the Devils. I believe Allen is Allen injured or I think he's out. Even if he's in, though, the Maple Leafs got enough firepower, even though they're coming off of it's the second part of a back-to-back for them. The Devils aren't going to try to shut anybody down right now. It'd be just silly. They've got a terrible defense. Ball, Siegenthaler, I mean, a whole bunch of guys that shouldn't even be on any good team would probably barely be in their top four. That's how bad their defense is right now. And Toronto should be able to feast on that, whether they win or lose in here. So I'll take the over 6.5. New Jersey, they have ability. They've got a lot of guns there also to play like that. And I believe this series has been over 4 of the last 5 games. So give me the over.
All right, Steve Duncan, click the link below for his best bets. Maple Leafs and Devils. The pick here will be on over the total of 6.5 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we're ready here for our next game here on this board. It will be Hurricanes and Bruins. Hurricanes $1.12 on the road, total 5.5.
Yeah, this is a really tough one because Carolina, this is like a get-right spot for them. They already just lost to the Bruins. They've had an extremely tough schedule, and it's this is kind of a pick 'em, but I give the edge to the Hurricanes just simply because they're in that not too long ago immediate revenge spot. And I think they want to. I mean, they want to put the stamp on the Bruins to tell them that they're going to be ready to go if they meet them in the playoffs. You could say the same thing for the Bruins as well. It's going to be a close game, but since it's immediate revenge, Hurricanes just lost to the Bruins not too long ago. I think they come correct here and pull this one out.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his premium plays over at Tony Speaks a Comment. Find a link to his page in the description. Hurricanes, Bruins, the pick here, Hurricanes -110. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we get ready here for the next game here on the board. And it will be Blue Jackets and Lightnings. Lightning here, 325, total 6.5.
I'm going to need goaltender confirmation here. I could have this could be a best bet. So make sure you're coming over and checking me out at Tony's Picks. Because if it is going to be the goaltenders I think it is, I really have no choice at home but to go with Tampa Bay here. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Tampa Bay, if it's going to be Greaves and it hasn't been confirmed, it's very possible they don't go that direction as well. I got to go with Tampa Bay. Probably on the puck line, you got to take the puck line. Can't be doing it in regulation or money line especially. But that would be my lean on name. Like I said, come check me out because I could have something much bigger on this game after I see a few things tomorrow.
All right, Steve Duncan here on Blue Jackets and Lightning. Pick here, Lightning puck line, lay the goal and half at -130 on the puck line. All right, we'll continue here on our NHL right now, guys. Click that link below for Steve's best bets from the card on Tuesday. All right, we're getting ready here for our next game here on the board, and it will be here. Rangers and Islanders. Rangers $1.30 on the road, total 5.5.
This might surprise a lot of people considering what the Islanders' reputation is. These two teams have played to the over 4 straight, and I mean over. I'm talking like 5-3, 6-5. 6-3. Last time that they did not go over was April 1st, 2022. And before that, it was mostly unders. That was under the Barry Trotz regime. Islanders ain't the Barry Trotz regime anymore. They're playing overs a lot right now. And so are the Rangers. The Rangers have, look at this, 5-2, 4-3, 4-3, 5-2, 8-5, 6-5, 4-3, 5-2. 3-2. It's the only under in 8 of their last 9 games. The Islanders have been playing to the under quite a bit. But the thing is here, I don't think the Rangers are going to come out here trying to shut down the Islanders. I think the Rangers are going to, they don't necessarily need to win this game in the first place. So if you don't really need to win the game, why would you exert all the energy to play a 1-3-1 and try to shut down the opposition when you got all the guns that they got, right? You might as well go and see if you can humiliate them. And I wouldn't be surprised if New York Rangers do that here. However, I'm not going to have a play on the side right now. But I do think that they're going to try to. And if they end up losing the game, that's fine. But I think they want to get out offense the shit out of this team. So I'm going to go on the over, especially at a measly little 5.5. Maybe. This could be a best bet for tomorrow. I like a lot of stuff on this card, though, so you'll have to come over and check it out. I could also have something major on the side here, too, so come check it out.
All right, Steve Duncan here. Get his best bets and premium plays over at TonySpace.com. The link in the description. Rangers and Islanders go over total of 5.5 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Let's get ready here for the next game on the card. Sabres and Stars. Stars 205, total of 6.
Stars are going over like crazy. I mean, usually this time of year I don't like to take overs, but you got a team coming over from the East. The Stars are coming off some pretty big games, pretty huge games. And I think a lot of people are going to be taking the Stars here. I want to look a little more. I also think the Stars could sit a few players here. So if you're looking at the Stars, I would wait until you get injury reports and all that kind of stuff like that before you pick them. But what I do know is, again, the Sabres are coming in. They're playing all fun, having fun, going to golf in Dallas and going to play a Stars team that has been beating the crap out of everybody. Heck, you might as well give it a shot and see if you can outscore them, because there's no freaking way the Sabres are going to shut down the Stars. Not a freaking chance. I have no thought in my mind that they would even give that a shot at this stage. And Luukkonen for the Sabres, who was not too long ago the best goaltender in the league since the All-Star break, has absolutely crapped the bed his last 3 starts. Like, he has looked absolutely horrible. He's supposed to be in here. And for the Stars, it's more likely going to be their backup Wedgwood, who's been not great. So we'll go over 6.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his best bets over at TonySpace.com. Sabres and Stars over total of 6 goals. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown here for the games on Tuesday as we get set here for the next game here on the board, and that one will be Jets and Predators, $1.10 both sides, total 5.5.
First glance, when I looked at this, the Predators are coming off an Eastern road trip, and that's very difficult for most teams, almost all teams. Now, I haven't had time to look at what the Predators' record is coming off of Eastern road trips. So, and as for all of these picks here, these are my leans. I've had people DM me in my Twitter saying, well, in your video you said blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, it's my video is a lean before I do what I do. I spend a crap load of time on analytics. I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I study analytics on each game, which I don't have time to do before this video. So if you're just going all willy-nilly and taking these picks, then that's fine. That's cool if you want to do that. But you are taking your chances. If you really want my best picks, go over to Tony's Picks, look me up, and that's where you're going to find the best picks that I have. These are leans. But as it stands, most teams are not good off of Eastern road trips, especially long Eastern road trips. Now, the Predators didn't have a great road trip, which makes me a little apprehensive because quite often if a team even has a long road trip and they're coming back on their first game after that road trip, they tend to come a little more correct. But I like the way the Jets are rolling right now. Hellebuyck will be in net. They're going to want this game big time. This is a team that these two teams have gone at each other quite a bit. Just a little sliver here, too. I will take the Jets, but you might want to look at the draw on this one, too, at plus 325.
There you go, Steve Duncan. Get his best bets. Click the link below. Like to his handicapper page and get those best bets here for Tuesday. Jets and Predators. The pick here, Jets here, minus 110. So sprinkle some on the draw as well. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown as we get through this 13-game card from the NHL on Tuesday. Continuing here with Wild and Avalanche. Avalanche 205, total 6.5.
It's supposed to be a spot for the Wild here. This is supposed to be a revenge spot. However, I just think that it's just too depressing for them right now. The Avalanche beat them last time 4-2, and it wasn't too long ago, and it was in the Wild's barn. So you got to figure they're going to come correct and try to do what they can against the Avalanche here. But the thing is, the Avalanche haven't played all that well as well. They haven't been playing at their best. Now they've had some difficult spots. It's kind of the end of the season. They don't really need to win. But I think going up against the Avalanche or going up against the Wild here again, they'll get up for this game. They got much better talent. So I'll throw Avalanche in regulation at minus 125.
All right, Steve Duncan, get his premium plays over at TonySpace.com. Wild and Avalanche, the pick here, Avalanche in regulation here, minus 125. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. Here is the next one on the board. Kings and Ducks. Kings 270, total 5.5.
Ducks actually do pretty good against the Kings because, I think they've won 3 of the last 5 or something like that against the Kings. And I'm not taking the Kings at minus 270 against anybody right now, although they have been playing a little better. The thing is, if you're like me and you're kind of leaning to the Ducks in this spot, more than likely you want to lean to the over because the Ducks aren't shutting down anybody ever. The only way they're winning is if they score. I do believe it'll be Talbot in net. I do believe it'll be Talbot in net. And I just don't have all that much faith in him. So even if the Kings do win this game, Talbot will probably let in a little bit. Ducks always come correct against the Kings. And if they're actually motivated to play a game and want to win a game, which hasn't happened too much this year, they have a tendency to keep it pretty darn close. And they have a tendency to play a lot of overs. So we're going to go over 5.5.
Steve Duncan, get his premium plays at TonySpace.com. Look for the link in the description. Kings Ducks over 5.5 goals. All right, we'll continue on, guys. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Steve's premium pick packages. Next game here on the board will be the Coyotes and Kraken. Kraken $1.55, total of 6.
It's hard for me to take something here. The Coyotes have been playing a lot better, especially offensively. And the Kraken always play hard in their barn. Even though they're out of it and all of that, this is a young team that really wants to take care of their fans. You have a tendency to see that with, Vegas is usually really good at home. The Kraken are usually really good at home. Younger teams have a tendency to, especially lower market teams that don't really make a ton of money, like the Nashville Predators, for example, they have a tendency to kick ass at home. Montreal is actually almost 500 at home, even though they're a terrible team, because at the very least you can make your fans happy in their building. So I like the way the Coyotes are rolling. I do think the Kraken are going to come hard in this game. So you put those two things together. My favorite play in this game is to take the first period over 1.5. I might have more on this. I really got to dive into this game a lot more than I have. But both of these teams have a tendency to go over 1.5 first period quite a bit. The Kraken have done it 7 of their last 10, and the Coyotes on the road have gone over 1.5 first period 8 of their last 10. So seems like a pretty good pretty good, the word I'm looking for. Anyways, it seems like over 1.5 first period.
All right, Steve.
Tonic.
There you go.
Tonic is the word.
All right, you go. Steve Duncan here with Coyotes Kraken first period over 1.5 goals, returning minus 130. All right, let's continue here on our NHL rundown. This 13-game card will come to an end with this game right here. Flames and Sharks. Flames 218, total 6.
I'm not taking the Flames at minus 218. I don't even care if it was against the freaking an AHL team. Taking AHL, seriously, I really see no heart in this Flames team at all. If I was Craig Conroy, I would be very worried about what he's got going on there in Calgary. You got Huberdeau making 10 point something. He doesn't look like he's pissed off about anything. You think you're making $10 million a year and you're on a team and you miss the playoffs, that you might throw your stick around every once in a while and get a little pissed off about what's going on? Nah, nothing. This team has no heart whatsoever. Sharks don't really have much talent. The worst team in the league. But when they do win, they outwork you. The Sharks lose, but they don't lose because I very seldom have seen the Sharks. In fact, I don't know if I can say all year that I've seen the Sharks just shit the bed and not give a shit. They have tried their asses off in almost every single game. And that's all you got to do to beat the Flames, honestly. So I'm going to take the plus 180 at the Sharks. And maybe they'll wake up after that, but I doubt it.
All right, Steve Duncan says here, Flames and Sharks. It's the underdog Sharks plus 180. All right, we got through this NHL 13-game card here for you here on our NHL Rundown with Steve Duncan. Now it's time to take a look over at TonySpace.com here for the big Tuesday cards. Of course, Steve, we're doing great results here. Last 3 days in the NBA, 1,519 units of profit. 460 in MLB, so NBA and baseball combined for nearly 2,000 units of profit. We have big cards for you here. Lots of volume on Wednesday with this 13-game card from the NHL, 15 from Major League Baseball, 14 here from the NBA. So there's a lot of volume here. We're looking at over 40 games here for you on Tuesday. All right, Steve, what do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, you're right. I'm turning my phone off tomorrow. I told everybody to leave my ass alone. I'm not leaving at all tomorrow. That card is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have best bets for sure. I might have a 3-day package. I'm certainly going to have a best bet in the NHL. And basketball, like you said, is doing really well. So expect 2 of those to at least to be best bets. But I really appreciate all of you all that buy the picks. Also, I don't know if there's too many cappers out there that do every single pick for every single game for any sport whatsoever. So I'm giving you my leans every day, pretty much every day, on every game. So I do appreciate when you come over and show appreciation, because I know you're making money even on my leans, and throw a little bit of my way when it comes to best bets. But got to go with the value, man. You got 3-day package for $100. and 20% off of that. You got your 1 month packages, you got your 1 year packages. It is the way to go. 1 week packages, it is certainly the way to go. With any capper, with all our best cappers out there in at Tony's Picks, which is pretty much all of them, you're getting 20% off, and it's pretty much guaranteed money. It's one of the better investments you can make. Pretty much all of us hit at somewhere around 60 to 65%. We're bringing you, like you noticed in basketball, 1,500 units. You're bringing an ROI of over 20 some percent. Go to the bank and say, here's 10,000 and I want to make an ROI, a rate of return of 22% this year, and see what they say to you. They're going to laugh in your face. It's not happening. You're not finding it in a bank, my friends. Unless you're really good at stock market, you ain't finding it anywhere in any institution, the kind of money that can be made in professional sports betting. It's not gambling. It's an investment. Check it out.
That's right, guys. Got over with Steve Duncan over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see the record here in NBA. 1,519 units of profit. All documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLB the last 30 days as well. 460 units of profit, so no better time now to get on board with Steve. Click the link in the description. You'll land on his profile page. That's where you get the long-term passes Steve was explaining. And you'll save some money. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 20% off. All right, Steve. As always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. All right. Everybody enjoy the games.
All right, enjoy the games for Steve. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.